that I could watch again, and we're over in Turkey. I'm sorry that part of it is covered, but happy STURD-O-WEEN, people.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight we are basking in Turkey. And this film here, man, oh man, Trevor. This
I
film
picked another
here,
weird one, didn't I?
It's
it
another
was
weird, wild one, but it was good.
it
It's
was
like,
good. Like I really had a good time with this movie. Not a good time like that. It was a good movie. It was a good story,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just crazy gore. Like, talk about gore. For those of you who enjoy like a gory horror film, which I do,
Mm-hmm.
you guys would like this one. But this one also has like a good story tied in with it. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Interdimensional stuff.
yeah.
And I want to
It
say
kinda
this really.
reminds me of
I want to say
Hellraiser.
this really. I want to say this really quick though, because like you know we say like a lot of times, and I know none of us mean it. Excuse me. I know none of us mean any disrespect when we say this, and when we're saying this about these type of films, the foreign films are somewhere like this is weird and strange, and you know different culture.
Mm-hmm.
We say the same shit about American films that are just weird and strange too. Like
Yeah,
it's not.
I mean,
it's a term of endearment and a good. Like it's like yo, this movie was weird in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
This movie had some wild, crazy, crazy shit. I want to tell you guys right now, though, one thing that I surprisingly enjoyed, not even surprisingly, but I enjoyed a lot because of like just they went there is when the dude, which I want to watch more of his horror movies, by the way. I gotta look up his name.
Oh,
The main evil,
yeah.
the main evil dude.
Oh, the main evil guy, the little guy or the big guy?
The little guy, yes. So
little guy.
Real quick.
Yeah.
My wife saved the movie on her Letterboxd thing. I'm way behind on Letterboxd, but anyway, she was looking up that actor just because he has a very unique look. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, he has a few other horror movies, so we may be diving into those for STURD-O-WEEN because I was like, I want to see more of his work because he is really good. Like he has the look for this type of film for horror in general. No disrespect when I say that. I know he has like I've looked up. I get what my wife was reading about. I guess he has like a disease or something like that. What you would call it? That's why he looks the way he does.
It looks like a form of dwarfism.
But at the same time, his look is awesome for horror. Like no disrespect. That's a term of it. That's a compliment.
Well, I mean, look at Michael Berryman. We never really talk about Michael Berryman in that way, but Michael Berryman actually he looks the way he does because of massive birth defects.
Hills Have Eyes. He's seen Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah,
right?
Hills Have Eyes.
And
he's honestly, I mean, he's constantly working nonstop.
Like that. When I was watching this movie, I was like, if this guy was in The Hills Have Eyes or Wrong Turn, again, no disrespect, perfect.
Oh,
but this right here was dope though because with the look, and then you go with the cultural stuff, the folklore and the cultural. It's a different type of fear. It's a different type of scary. It's a different type of just wow.
A lot of the imagery is there's a lot of stuff going on here in imagery. But before we jump into things, I wanted to just a little bit about the history. So Ken Evernall, who's the director, he's directed a couple other films, Ghost House maybe or Keep House, I forget, but also The Girl Without a Mouth, and they're mildly horror oriented. But Baskin was originally a student film. There's a short version of the film, and it caught on as far as horror and science fiction film festivals, especially in Europe. And he's not named anywhere, but Eli Roth was a humongous fan of this. And the director was talking to Roth, and Roth basically said, hey, I think you could do a lot more here and make a full film. And let me see if I can pull a few strings. So Eli Roth is pivotal, without being named, in getting this from a very popular short film on the circuit to being a full-length feature film. And it was shot very, very quickly. It was like a 7-week shoot, 27 nights in a row.
They did a great job, though.
Yeah.
Did it remind you of Hellraiser a little bit?
So this is, there's an element there because you're with interdimensional evil.
And then sex scenes, like it's
The
like
sexual, yes.
like the demon, like all the bloody people or fucking sexual stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is crazy.
It is, and again, what I like about it though is with all that craziness is you actually have a story around it. It wasn't just a bunch of like visual. It wasn't just a bunch of how do I say visual? I guess visual beauty, and if you're into these type of films, as far as like the gore, yes, but I look at it as more of an art when it comes to these movies and the horror and the way that they're telling these stories. And you're just
The
like
acting.
that, yo.
Oh, yeah, keep going. I'm sorry, but
No, the acting in this movie. If there was bad acting in this movie in any way, shape, or form with any character that was shown in this movie, and I mean, even as far as like just, and I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but I'm just saying like the people that didn't have speaking lines at all, that were just kind of moving around in the background. If you had somebody that was off key and fucked up, it would change. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. Like there was the choreography for that stuff, for the movements and all that in this
you
movie.
said the magic word, choreography.
It was just wow.
There's a lot of different interpretations of this film, but one thing definitely. So these police officers, which are pretty scummy human beings, are our protagonists, if we want to say it that way. But to me, the imagery was pulling a couple things. So number one, paintings by Bosch and Goya. You've probably seen the Bosch paintings of hell. Are also, they look like Salvador Dali does extreme hell. So that was there. But another thing that I felt, and they didn't go into it a lot, but it was definitely a couple elements, is somehow it was almost like, so what's discussed in the film is apparently at certain times, but it's a rarity, there are rifts in dimensions, and they enter into one of these rifts, and the rift is very much like Dante's Inferno, as it would be hell. And you see that going down, everything from the top floor, which is extreme sadism, to the next floor in which you see paintings on the wall, which is a reference to Human Centipede. Did you catch that? And then by the time you get down to where the people are being butchered, everything stops and you are now on the final level. So I think it's definitely making a connection there. Yeah.
So I got a question for you about this movie. Speaking of the story, so do you think the one cop that survived at the end, you want to say survived, is he the only one dying and it's like a time loop?
Bingo.
Right?
It's an interdimensional loop, and at a certain time, I mean, it doesn't say how long.
It don't.
The little guy just says that, every once in a while, and guess what? You're the lucky people. And forever, how long, they're just going to be stuck in that interdimensional. Because now the thing is, the question is though, because there is a first group of police officers, so it makes you also wonder if the rift is done in such a way that for each group there is going to be somebody that starts the circle. I mean, this is another thing that's really fun about this film, is it does straddle all these genres. And one of the genres is fantasy and science fiction that make this so much fun. Now, as you see that, it's obvious when it happens because the camera work, and this is freaking phenomenal, by the way, but they're driving down the road to meet up with the other police officers. There's something going on. They're familiar with this area. And you see the camera when it turns over, that's when they've entered the official rift. And that's...
okay.
And then that's when things start, like the discussions between the boss and the his cousin, I think, that they're talking, because they probably do know that they have some kind of psychic connection, and they probably do know their mediums. But when they go into the rift, that ability to communicate is put on high. So all those scenes between the boss and him it's them communicating as much as they can separately while all this shit is going on.
Yeah, because they kept clicking back like they're in the diner again.
Yeah, it's like the little, I wish I could remember his name. The little eye goes, kills the two guys, and like that. It's like, I got two of you. It's like, this is my lucky day. I have two people who are most likely psychics or mediums. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
But no, the Hellraiser comparison is excellent, especially in the connection to hell in itself, but also the sadomasochism, which, God bless Clive Barker, freaky little dude, but genius. So,
what was I going to say?
Agreed.
What did you think was the most grueling thing you saw in this film?
Oh, that's hard. It does a lot of crazy stuff in it.
Honestly, I would have to say the eyeball scene. And I say that because everybody else, the guy killed. He took out. But this guy, he stabbed his eyeballs out. So you're still alive. You're bleeding out of your fucking eyes. And then to top it off, and then to top it, you're forced to have sex with somebody. So it's like you're being taken advantage of. Actually, in a sense, you both are, because this other one, I don't know what type of spell this other person is under or whatever. You know what I mean? Once they get to that point of, because they kept saying open your eyes and open your heart, or open your heart to I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry about that, but
Badu.
Badu.
You talking about the evil guy or the guy who eyeballs out?
Eyeballs out. The one who they kept telling open up his heart and stuff.
I forgot his name.
And I'm just like,
it's kind of that. It's kind of a reverse in the element of, because you are looking at what is basically Dante's Inferno. It is basically interdimensional hell. That very much is something one would say about the other side. Come to so and so. Come to show your real self. You can do this. You are the one. Yeah, it's a play on that. So
interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Because he's giving them encouragement. I mean,
this
isn't necessarily slaughter for slaughter's sake.
No, he's like, come on, open your heart. Basically, come be one of us or whatever. And I'm like, damn. So that's all that guy wanted. Basically, he's torturing you just to open up, to show your real self.
You never know. It's an interpretation for this film. I mean, because I wish I could remember the name. Was the name Bolo? For the little gentleman?
I think so.
Okay.
Bolo I think it's Bolo.
As an actor and how this as an actor and how his part was written, there was such an element of sarcasm to it that I don't know. I wouldn't say it made it crueler. It was
Baba.
There was like a cruelness to it, but there was also this element of like, you can do this. This is your destiny. This is, so he had this weird evil villain, but also he was kind of a cheerleader. It's a very bizarre film.
I like the part where he has that thing with a mask, or was it like a goat person pointing the step stool so he can stand up and be eye level with the people?
Yes, that was hilarious and awesome.
Actually, another real cool / disturbing scene is, again, I'm going with the eyeballs again. After he pokes the guy's eyeballs out and lets the blood drip out, then he sticks his tongue in the eye socket.
He it's crazy.
Was wild. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh my goodness, holy shit! And I couldn't turn away. In real life, I would have. Actually, I would have.
Basically, everyone he killed, he licked their blood.
Yeah,
like off the knife.
Yeah, like the dude when he slit the dude's throat. and put all that, just let it spray. Then it was just, I'm just like, yo, this guy is so fucking unsanitary. It's crazy. Like, like, I know he's in hell and or whatever, but it's like, just imagine if he's alive doing this shit. What did he catch? Like, what? He has everything. Like, you touch him, you're catching everything.
He's just drinking random people's blood.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting at, is because it's not like he did it to like one or two people, or it's like, okay, the chances, I'm not saying it's unlikely, but the chances are a hell of a lot lower if you do it to say one or two people, but easily you could see that he's done it by from what you've seen in this film to that. This has been going on for years, decades.
Well, yeah, because all the people, all the other bodies are crawling on the ground and everything. They probably ended up like the cops. They got into the rift.
Yeah,
and he did all that stuff to them all different ways. That's why it also reminded me of Hellraiser. He had twisted how to kill each person.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm telling you right now, if it had what are they called, Cenobites?
Yeah, Cenobites, definitely, yes.
If there was a Cenobite in this, I would think of the same universe with Hellraiser. I was like, this is like another low, like Pinhead, but in Turkey or something.
Turkey's Pinhead.
Yeah, but no pins. But that
character. You know what though? I'll say this, and if you're mad at me, I don't really give a fuck. But this is better than Hellraiser. Way fucking better than Hellraiser.
Oh
yeah.
Way better than Hellraiser. Just a better. I mean, just the story. Say it again.
It's so brutal and wild. It's like,
yeah. Like, but on top of that, though, like, I feel like the story alone is better, and then you have the brutality and the craziness. Because Hellraiser is not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad at all, but it has that craziness. It has all that other shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But the story's not as good as this one.
No tears, please. It waste good suffering.
Exactly.
Just had to do it.
I'm not mad at it.
Oh my gosh!
But what were some of your favorite parts for you two? Because I keep mentioning this eye scene.
I like the different floor. Like when they go into a different floor, how it looked. Everything was different. They had similarities. They had bodies hanging, like a butcher type situation. Then they had the one where they're all on the ground. It looks like they're covered in shit and blood. I don't know.
Oh yeah, most likely yes.
Yeah, so they had like a whole bunch of them crawling. I'm like, damn, but the scenery, it was awesome in this. I liked each different style. And I like how they show you like the knife going in, like and everything. Like I was like, yeah, they want you to know what he's doing.
Oh, this is a film. It was 2015, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. It is a testament to the power of practical effects.
Yes. It was they did so good with it.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. It wasn't even overkill when he split the guy's stomach open and took out the intestine type thing.
And
that was more clean than I thought it was going to be. Like, you know how some movies are just like, and he throw it on the ground. It's like a big blop. Or this was actually like, that could be a real... It could be real intestine type situation. I'm like, they just did really good with that.
Oh, the practical effects in this movie was
outstanding,
awesome, dope, fire, all that great stuff. It was wonderful. Like to pull off what they did in this, it was fucking awesome.
Shot in 27 nights.
Usually, I have problems with movies that are really dark. But they did the darkness well with it.
They did.
Like you still seen the characters, but it was the dark back. Like they're in like some at night. I don't even know why they're like in some fucking dungeon or.
It's a temple. What exactly it was a temple for, nobody really knows. But apparently there had been some folklore pertaining to rituals that had happened there. But to everybody's knowledge, it was just empty. It just also happened to sit where there's an interdimensional rift.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned Hellraiser. This is a movie made by somebody who loves horror movies. So we had the Human Centipede reference.
Yeah.
But did anybody catch a very specific music piece in the middle of the film?
It sounded familiar. I couldn't think what it was though at the time. Like I blanked.
Riz Otalani's Cannibal Suite from Cannibal Holocaust.
That's where it is. I knew it was another wild movie. I heard that
And
song.
it worked so freaking well, because when I'm watching this, and it's the first time I caught it, I'm seeing all this horrible stuff, but my mind goes back to Cannibal Holocaust, and I'm thinking about those scenes, and it's just,
I knew that just by the sound, like the music was playing. I was like, this music is kind of crazy. I was like,
yep.
I thought I heard this in another wild movie I seen. I just can't remember. I forgot it was Cannibal Holocaust.
It's a huge reference, and the way they use it in that scene, because the scene is like the most prolonged element of you seeing what the bottom of hell is like, and it's the music is used in Cannibal Holocaust at a time you watch these faux journalists get ripped to shreds. And it's amazing to see somebody recycle or repurpose, let's say it's much fairer saying that, repurpose an iconic piece of music and have it work so well.
Yes.
Like it wasn't one of those things you just went, oh yeah, they're making a reference. It was like, oh my God, this fits to this like it fit to Cannibal Holocaust. So
yeah, it was I didn't know what to expect with this. I suspect. I watched it in a car, like I said before the show. I had no time because I didn't know how busy wakes and funerals are.
Yeah,
meeting up with family or everything. It was constant. I had no time to watch. Even when I was so tired when I got back to the hotel for the first day, Monday night. I was so tired I couldn't stay up to watch it. I was sitting. I was
this
like,
is
I gotta
definitely
watch
not the movie to sit there on your iPhone and awake and watch. So
no. So I waited. I was like, I need to watch this movie. I was like, we're driving home. It takes over 3 hours. I was like, it's an hour and almost hour 40. I was like, I can watch it driving home because it's boring looking out the window all the time anyway. But I wish it was.
I'm not going to ask the logistics of how you did that, but I'm happy you're still alive.
So I had one headphone in so I can still hear my wife as she's talking. She's listening to an audio book. I got my phone just in my hand like this, just watching it. I'm like, That's it. That's how I watched it. I wish I watched it on a regular size screen though. Because
I'm going to tell you this right now, James. Watch it again, and you'll get a different type of feel for it. Because seeing all that shit on like a TV screen compared to it's just different.
Yeah, the screen is small. I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, I wish this was a bigger screen.
It is different, man. It is like holy shnikes different.
I'll definitely watch it again. Yeah.
Now, one thing I will say, outside of Cannibal Holocaust, I think it's very, very important because it really was a movement that really brought practical effects to the forefront again, is this film, 2015, in my opinion, was very, very influenced by French Extreme. Martyrs, Collier, the films of Gaspar Noé.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah,
Martyrs.
Trouble Every Day. It's the film is there's a grittiness, and there's a grittiness that you genuinely feel like you are just driving down the road to doom, and they did it in a way that I'd really only experienced it in some of the extreme French cinema of the 90s and late 90s, early 2000s. And so it's definitely a love letter to that, and it does it so well.
So good. This is another movie that I never heard of, and I'm like, how did I not hear about this one?
I honestly, I don't know 1,000%, But I do know one thing. I do know I haven't seen a lot of Turkish horror films. This may be my first one. I don't know that. I can't confirm that. So don't at me, people. Talk about, no, you watch this one and da da da. I'm sorry if I forgot I watched that one, but this one here stands out. This is a movie that fucking stands out, and it's one of those films where if you like if you like foreign horror, if you enjoy gore, I won't even say if you like enjoy gore to that sense. Like you don't have to be a gore hound. Do you know what I mean? Like a gore horror need to have gore, but if gore doesn't bother you, I think you'd enjoy this. Foreign horror and gore doesn't bother you, I think you'd enjoy this film because the story's good and everything else is good about it. It's just wild. Like it just shit. Once it gets going, it doesn't like within which I enjoyed it, from start to finish. But once it gets going within about the first 30 minutes when it really picks up. Once it hits that mark, it just goes.
Once they leave the bar, is that a bar or a restaurant? I forget.
It's a bar/restaurant. Okay. And the tension starts right off in this film. Yeah. In my opinion, it just starts right off because you were introduced right away to something isn't right.
Well, yeah,
and
but
that's the guy with the meat, and then it implies gets your mind thinking about cannibalism. And then honestly, it was really hard for me to watch that first scene where the one cop is such an asshole.
I hated it.
How the cops are just like, go ahead, just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. That was wild.
That was hard for me to watch. And because this is a movie where nobody gets away clean.
No.
I mean, is it arguable that some of those people might have done something in their life that they deserved?
Yeah,
the end of their life.
They're all corrupted,
but it successfully. You follow a group of people, and luckily they did the thing with the psychic connection between the boss, older police officer, and that, because that gave you that little bit of these people are watching out for themselves because they're family, and their family to have a special gift. But otherwise, there was nobody likable, but it was still frightening. It was still like, oh, you're horrible, but you're not that horrible.
Yeah. It was, oh my gosh, it just,
the blood flows. Let's put it that way.
Oh, the blood flows.
The body fluids flow.
That's another.
Yeah, let's say that one. The body fluids flow.
The bodies hit the floor too. All that shit. It's like it's just one of the movies where, and I watched this with the wife, and she actually liked it for the story and everything. And some parts she was like, "Wow, quite a few parts. This movie is fucking wild or crazy or whatever it was." And I don't know, it worked so well though at the same freaking time. Like there's times where we're watching wild shit and you're just like, oh, that was some crazy ass shit. I don't know what the fuck they did. I don't know how they threw that together. And it didn't work, but it was just wild. I'm glad I watched it. This was like, it was crazy, but a good story. Like Cannibal Holocaust.
Grueling.
Yes. Very.
But like you get to the end of it, and you're like,
the end. The end. So the end, that he hits himself, right?
That's the loop. Yeah. It starts all over again.
Okay.
So he's in a constant loop. Because he's the one that hits itself. It just keeps going. Going.
See, I have to rewatch this movie because I missed when they hit somebody. Then I remember when he stopped and said he thought he seen somebody naked running across the street or some shit. He like freaked out.
It's when they went into the water that he hits him.
Yeah, and once they show that scene at the end where like all comes together, you're like, I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yep.
Then I'm like, damn, did I miss this earlier? So now I'm like, I got to go back and watch just to see if I missed that earlier. But either way, I want to see it. I know there's things I missed in this movie.
It's a fun movie. I usually try to at least visit it once a year.
Okay.
Because it's just if you're in the mood for a really grueling, what you would call the American films that ripped off the French ones, the torture porn films.
Yes.
This falls into that category of the French extreme, which influenced the torture porn films of Eiley Roth and everything. This does it in a way that it does not. It seems so integral to the story.
Mm-hmm.
And you're grossed out, but you're grossed out in a way like you get to the end and you're not like, oh, thank God I made it. No, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
I really would love to know what happens next.
Yeah.
You know, how does all this work? And I got to give him credit that, you know, even though this film did very, very well internationally, and the film, I think the film's like pushing like an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes still.
Wow.
It is considered this Con Everall's best film. I didn't get time to watch his other movies, but I want to because he's definitely talented.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, let's dive into our ratings really quick.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
I'll kick it off. I gave this movie an 8. I really had a good time with it. Again, the story was really good, and again, if you're into foreign films, and I won't even say again because I like gore in horror movies, especially when it's like the violent type of horror movies. It's not always needed. I'll say that, but it doesn't bother me. But if you're like that, if it doesn't bother you, check this film out. Check this movie out because again, great story, great visuals, beautiful cinematography. I love the freaking lighting in this. I say this all the time. I love the red lighting in horror films when it's done right. And this was done right.
Influenced, yeah.
And I also
like
it was
Bava
like
and Hellraiser together, yeah.
And it was like a light. There was like a light bluish lighting earlier in the movie too that I was enjoying. I was like, yes. There is something about lighting, like where it's the different shades and different colors. Like this is important that they're saying something with this scene because it's not throughout the whole film. It's just like right here, and right here. But I gave this one an 8. What about you, James?
All right, so everything you said, like it was a good story, beautiful to look at. The scenes are awesome. The gore was a lot, but not like just squirt. Like
it worked. It worked with the story. It went with the story.
The practical effects, the special effect, everything just worked with this movie. And I watched this on my phone.
Yeah,
small screen. I'm giving this an 8.5. I gotta watch it again on a bigger screen because it might be a 9 or a 9.5. I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it a lot.
I like that. How about you, Trevor?
I'm gonna give it a solid 9. The first time I saw this film, I was madly in love with it. I actually own. There is a version via Severin now that is US, but at the time I went ahead and I got the Severin that was only going to be released in Europe, as I love the film so much.
That's awesome.
I would also say, and there are some films I need to get caught up on, but you know, as far as 2000 teens films, I would say it's easily in the top 10, if not 15 horror films of those 10 years.
That's awesome.
Nice. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie. And again, I'll say it like this. If you want to watch a really good horror movie and you don't mind gore and subtitles, check this movie out.
That's going to make you think afterwards.
Check this movie out.
Yeah. Which because is a sign of a great film. I mean.
So until the you see the loop, like at the end he hits himself. They even had elements of when he went manic in the bathroom, and they were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So the mirror starts making you think: is this his craziness? This is not happening, or it's just in his head? Then it gets to the hell you're going through. You're like, "Wow, this dude is tripping balls if he's seeing this. If it's like if it's in his mind." But then the loop, then you see him get hit himself. Then you're like, oh, shit, it's a loop. Yeah, I was like, this is basically hell. You're repeating this shit all the time. See, all your friends die. Your relative, uncle, or wherever you are.
And
Crazy.
that's another thing too with this one too. With this one too, James, what you just said is it's like it adds on all that to the story. It adds all that into the story to where you're like what you're interpreting it one way in the beginning / middle, and then the end you're just like, oh shit. No, this is just a loop for him. And then I want to go back to like all the wild and craziness that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense, and here's why. It takes place in hell.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I wanted to touch upon one thing. I'm surprised you guys didn't bring it up yet. The quantity of frogs and what the meaning of frogs are in this film.
The symbolism.
Yeah. So, okay, in the Old Testament in Revelations, there is a passage that says about, I think, 2 or 3 frogs coming out of a person and being demonic. That's like one of the few really negative aspect of frogs. So frogs in this movie specifically, this is what the filmmaker says, specifically refer to rebirth, fertility, and the cycle of things. In witchcraft, it is actually frogs are the protectors of the dark. They are also the creature that warns you. So frogs are not all bad. In the Quran, frogs are protected and they are needed creatures. And the Quran says you cannot eat frogs.
Wow.
Among other things. So the frog is actually a very positive thing. Wow. But it is screaming at them.
It's 100. You just see a bucket, they're piling out of the bucket, and they're looking at the frogs like, what the hell?
Yeah.
When they first got there, too, so the people were sitting, they were acting weird. You're like, what do they have to do with this movie? You're like, what the hell are they doing? I'm like, okay, if they're in hell, so these people are in hell too? Is it like it's a waiting room? You gotta wait. They're gonna grab you.
It depends where exactly. I mean, they're already into an interdimensional place. I don't know exactly what I did get a very strong vibe of like, contemporary urban gypsy. Them. And there's, of course, always been a lot of superstition and also yet again with the frogs, being kind of the outline of, this is your last stop before shit happens.
Yeah.
Because that it's like, werewolves and gypsies. The gypsies are there to tell you, don't do this, worry about it. Shit's gonna go down. And of course, you don't listen. I
was really surprised at this movie.
I'm just happy I've been able to pick a few that have been pretty intense.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I like it too. Yeah, because I would have never found this on my own.
Oh no, and what's tougher about it too, James, because I'm with you on that, is because it's a foreign film. Not that we don't go through the foreign films. It's just there's so many out there. We just pick them. You know what I mean? So it'd be tough to get to it.
I mean, if you just see the name, you think the damn thing's about ice cream, Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, Baskin Robbins. But I think one cover had like a body hanging upside down, like wrapped or something.
Yep. But I'm gonna pull this wheel up.
Really quick. See what's next.
Yes.
What do we got?
Now, I did add the guy the main guy that we were talking about. Yes. I did add more of his movies on here. I added more of his movies on here. One of them is a sequel. I think he's in part 2, but not in part 1. So if it hits either one of those, we'll just do those for the back-to-back days or whatever.
Oh, I thought you said there was a sequel for Baskin. I was like, wait, what?
Oh no! It's for another movie. But he's in the sequel, so I'm like, I want to see it, but
I have seen him in other movies.
Well, actually, there's one coming up if we get this Quantum Devil.
Oh, is that Mystics?
And Quantum Devil.
This is one of the movies I just added that he's in. So we're going to
Quantum Devil. I've heard something about this.
I never heard of this one.
You've never seen it, Trevor?
I haven't seen it though, but I've heard of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, look at that! First time watch for Trevor.
That is awesome.
Quantum
That's rare.
Devil.
Yeah,
Oh, there's so much. I'm not. I have so much to catch up on. That's the thing about film and music. It always there's so much in history, but it's also making itself as you're doing it. So yeah, you never get caught up completely. Quantum.
But
you never run out of movies or music.
I was gonna say it's one of those things you're never gonna catch up, but it's like you're never gonna run out of, but you never want to run
Devil?
out of. Yep.
Quantum Devil.
Ooh. Yeah, I never heard it. The title makes you think like, what the hell is this about? Is it another time? They're going into the quantum realm or something? Like, what the hell are you talking about here? So yeah, that sounds interesting. So that's going to be that's going to be
cool.
I hope it's as good as this one.
Me too.
What country is that one from?
Oh, we're still in Turkey.
Yeah,
Turkey.
I'm assuming at least because that gentleman's in this movie. I could be 1,000% wrong.
Oh, he could be a different type of movies.
I can find that out though.
He could be another movie.
It was funded by Serbia and the United States, so technically it's a co-production. But the primary funder was the country of Serbia.
Okay.
Yeah, or at least
cold as fuck.
Yeah. People who were Serbian film producers, so it's a co-production.
Nice.
Serbia is near Russia and it's cold. Really, really cold. Didn't one of those vampire movies take place in Serbia? Or they
like
raid the
Serbian
town?
Film?
You mean like that's what they do? No, I don't know. I thought I heard someone say they were in Serbia because it was really cold, and then their town got invaded by, I believe they were vampires. It was like
why
am I blanking?
There was that. It wasn't in Serbia, but there was So Many Nights. That was the town that was overtaken by vampires.
28 days.
Not 28 days later, but it was like So Many Nights. Because it was a comic book originally, and then it became a movie, and it was set in Alaska.
Oh, that's okay.
But that's where the vampires really come into the town, because it's based on it's darkness for so many days. And they just descend upon the town. Like, okay, it's feeding time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's a fun movie. Good graphic.
It is fun.
What movie was that again? Oh, yeah. What movie was that again?
We can't think of the title. It's
32 Days of Night. 32 Days of Night.
There you go. That movie is crazy.
I highly suggest it's
a violent vampire movie.
The comic it's based on is really awesome.
Wow.
Oh, it's based on. Oh shit! No, it's based on a comic. That's cool.
Yep.
That's really cool, actually.
It's a pretty big writer who did that too. Forget.
Interesting.
But no, it's one of those movies that as far as like going from the comic book to the film, I was pretty pleased with it. The comic book feels more claustrophobic. And the art is slightly askewed, so you don't see things exactly perfectly clearly, which added to the total lunacy of the comic book. But the movie's excellent. I mean, as far as like, adaptations, I think the movie is kind of forgotten in my opinion, because I think it's one of the better vampire movies.
Me too.
It's like Daybreakers.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid freaking movie about vampires.
So. Violent too.
Very violent.
It's not no Twilight. They're sparkling in the sun.
No. This is, as I said, sun goes down, it's hunting time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ripping people apart.
Yep. See, that's the type. That's a vampire movie right there. Not this
Yeah.
horror movie.
Oh, here's something I learned today. Are you two David Bowie fans?
I like his songs. Yeah, and I like Labyrinth. I like the movie Labyrinth he was in.
Well, somehow I totally missed, and literally just by seeing a reel, back in like 1990s, I think, there was an anthology series in Britain called The Hunger.
I
Season
heard of it.
1 was hosted by Terence Stamp, the late great Terence Stamp from Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and season 2, the host is David Bowie, and it's on Tubi. So I want to hit that because I'm a big
sweet.
Bowie fan.
That's awesome.
Yep. It's called The
Yeah,
Hunger
I
series.
think I might have seen Hunger at some
Hunger
point.
is one of the best horror films of the 80s. It's just, yeah. And to see David Bowie play that character who hasn't completely become a vampire because at a certain point his body still shuts down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting. And then you have this relationship between Susan Sarandon and Catherine Deneuve that is taking the place of the aging David Bowie, and it's just beautiful. The book by Whitley Strieber is also really, really good. So, but that, I think The Hunger, if anybody like, what is a vampire film that you just adore, that you feel everybody should see that is outside the norm, and that's
The Hunger.
Tony Scott's The Hunger, Ridley Scott's brother.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, interesting.
Good movie.
The Hunger. See, now this, I'm interested in seeing how Thursday's film's gonna be now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, well, I like so Hungry has kind of a weird history in movies. Has a very, very good, vibrant film community now, but for years it was the ultimate ripoff cinema. So, like the first horror film that was made, it's considered made in Turkey, was Dracula Istanbula, and it is just Dracula for Istanbul. But they also did a Star Trek that you can. It's very, very hard to find because it is just a flat out ripoff. They did the same thing for Star Wars. There's a whole series, and it's good of popular cinema that is just, you put the name like probably Terminator Istanbula, and it's considered some of the most coveted of the weird genre international cinema, because Turkey just didn't care about copyright at all.
It doesn't sound like they did.
Spock is in Turkish Star Trek.
Oh,
wait a minute!
Shirt and everything.
See that?
Did not something just a raid just happen in Turkey for something like that, for websites or something? For pirating? Didn't Turkey get him?
Might be. I mean, actually,
I heard something recently. Saw a country got one. I forgot what country it was. They got raided for piracy, like the copying movies to copyright and put them on websites so you can watch them for free.
China has always been doing that. Russia has always been doing that. As far as Turkey goes, it wouldn't surprise me. Actually, a majority of the physical media that you get is made in Poland or Turkey.
Oh,
yeah, a lot's coming out of Poland. So yeah, there's a lot of very, very busy manufacturing organizations in Poland that are creating Blu-rays, 4Ks, things like that. Yeah, there you go.
Got Turkish Spock.
I want to see this.
If you can find it, more luck to you. I have never been able to find it.
Just because of that, I'm like, I got to see this.
That's funny.
That's something.
In the original Turkish films, so there's this. So Turkey Okay, so Mexico has El Santo. Turkey has Tartan or Tarkan. And Tarkan is a big Hercules-esque kind of guy. And there is a series of films with Tarkan. And the hilarious thing is these films are like literally made with bubblegum and spit. They're just amazing. Like robots that are made out of cardboard with like spray paint and
Oh
but
shit!
you can find some of them. Mondo Macabro did release 2 Tarkan films at one point. But there's a whole library of utterly bizarre shit that was made in Turkey between like the late 60s into the 80s that is I do hope that eventually somebody gets around to releasing it because a lot of those films that I've seen in books since I was a kid going, I gotta find this. The ones that I've never found were the Turkish ones.
Mm,
Yeah, this is
interesting.
very interesting. Very interesting. And I definitely want to see more Turkish horror films. I
Well, I
definitely
love
want to see more Turkish horror films.
so Turkey's interesting in itself as far as a horror film or a spiritual based film because Turkey is this beautiful mixture of Europe and the Middle East. It is very much a distinctly Islamic country. And it has much in common with the Middle East, but also has much in common with Europe. And I've always wanted to go to Turkey. My father has gone there. One of his best friends in high school was actually the minister of the arts for a while. He
Mm,
actually went to yeah, it was an exchange student that year. Um, Turkey is fascinating. I
mm,
also very much want to go to Turkey and Istanbul because it is cats are very much considered like humans. That there's even been several documentaries. Cats roam the streets and they're all taken care of.
mm-hmm.
Every cat is yeah. You
It's
don't
like
fuck
it's
with the
like
cats. Yeah.
there's some type of god. Like you gotta do like a godly
No,
figure.
it just is like and yeah, they just roam the streets, and they're all
That's
very,
crazy.
very healthy because they're all getting fed and they're all getting taken
That's
care of.
awesome.
And there's a great documentary just about the cats called Kedi, Kedi, and it's just really cool because it just
Okay.
follows the cats around and to see how people interact with them, and you know,
Mm.
the other side of Turkish cinema.
The obsession with cats. And I thought Japan had an obsession with cats. That's all the characters, like animes. That's what the characters are based off. Are cats.
Yeah.
They're human. I
Yeah,
read that somewhere.
Well, anime has a lot of the morphing between animal species and human.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's why
it's
they said
always
that
had a bit of that.
because people already asked, like when you watch anime, they're like, why do they look like almost American?
Well,
And
the
people are
answer
like,
to
oh,
that is quite sad.
they draw them like a cat's face in a way, but made it human looking, and it just comes out looking like it's American dude
Well,
there.
the actual reason why that was a thing is that, and this is the part that really sucks, is a lot of that comes from the fact that even in Asia the idea of having large eyes is considered
Yeah, the larger
very
idea.
pleasing because I mean shit, the country was occupied for how long? Because the United States and Europe still set the beauty standard for a country that is Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why anime tends to have large eyes because the large uh Anglo-Saxon S kind of eyes are considered a beautiful thing on somebody. And
Okay.
that's why anime has a lot of them. It's changed over the years and it's just become like an art. This is how anime is done, but that's some of the original concepts
What's
behind
up,
it.
Johnny? It's
And the
STURD-O-WEEN,
Blake
Tuesdays and
dolls that had two
Thursdays.
eyes.
Yes, Johnny. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I know you're new to the STURD-O-WEEN thing, but it's every Tuesday and Thursday from September to October. That's one. And two.
Have you seen Baskin?
You got to send me your work schedule, Johnny, so I know what days your ass is off and what days your ass is, not off. So you can join us.
That is a lot better than
if you haven't seen Baskin, watch it. Watch the movie.
Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna move it up to 8.5. Nice. No, I'm gonna move it up to a 9. I'm moving up to a 9. But I highly recommend this movie. I think you should check it out. Again, good story. It is gory. It's gory with a good story. How's that? And it's a foreign film. Gory was
Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins.
It's high tension.
Hey, he was looking at
reference to a film that actually has a lot of references in this film, which is Hot Tension. The Andre Aja film.
Hey, he was licking blood like it was Baskin Robbins ice cream.
Yeah. He sure as hell would. Like it was the freaking strawberry, like the strawberry syrup you'd pour on your vanilla ice cream or some shit.
You're right. The eyeball thing when he puts his tongue in the eyeball, like the socket. I'm like,
that was
whoa.
Like that scene. That stands the fuck out. That sticks. That's like,
that was wild.
Oh, but
I like shit like that.
It worked for the movie though. Like it really worked for the movie. It worked for the story. And I say dive in head first with this one, people. I say dive in head first. Also, before we wrap this up, I just want to let you guys know what we're going to be reviewing on Thursday. The Quantum Devil. Which
interesting. I can't think of how that would be.
Let's see how this goes.
So good. And you said this is a first part of 2 films?
No, not it wasn't this one. It was another film that
okay.
But the guy that was in this movie is in the Quantum Devil, and
there's
another movie. He's in the sequel. He's not in the first one, but I'm like, it wouldn't make sense. I want to see movies that he's in, but I'm like, I'm not gonna just watch the sequel because if it's a really good story, we missed that whole first movie.
Well, yeah, it would be like
it's gonna kind of suck. I mean, suck in the sense of
it'd be like watching Hellraiser 2 because they're going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, even watching Hellraiser 1, Hellraiser 2, you're still going, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Every one of them. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
Pretty much. But we're gonna get on out of here, though, people. I hope you guys have an awesome night. Make sure you guys go check out Ambassador Media. Make sure you guys check out Popcorn and Pints. Make sure you guys check out Horror Research 30 and all the people that you see connected and collabing with us and hanging out with us. Check out their stuff as well because they have some dope content. Johnny, again, let me know your schedule. But you see what we're doing Thursday, and I hope you're here for it. With that being said, everyone else, I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.